Okay, first and foremost, Microsoft has put Lionhead back on their Microsoft Studio page. I'll put a link to an article, but just to let you know, Microsoft has also shut like 8 other studios as well as Push Play. And Ubisoft. I haven't really played their Division. I don't have it. I'll probably download it later. Game really just doesn't interest me at all. I don't know. I don't find it interesting. Maybe later. But anyways, back at Microsoft, and of course certain other things. Well, people are already starting to see a significant amount of developers and people going to either Sony or Nintendo, putting their games and putting their shit on them. And some are thinking it's because it's Nintendo NX. No, it's because Microsoft has no idea what it's doing. And neither do their fans in most cases. Zaire, Next Gen 720, he knows about. He's the one. Well, I did find out that Lionhead put their or Microsoft Studios put Lionhead back on their little web page for now, maybe. But he's also saying, oh, but they're going to bring back Fable Legends and hand out all these I'm sorries to their customers. I don't think so. No, Fable Legends, it's dead. And even though it wasn't really an exclusive, that Project Knoxville, which, Press Play Studios, which I stated would have been a good studio if they didn't sell out to Microsoft, which they should not have done, because that Max and now the two Max games that they made, well not the first one. Yeah, they made another Max game which you can get on WiiWare and I believe on PS3. That was it's straight up a Nintendo game, and when they released that one Max game on Xbox One, it was just basically a Wii U game just nice with pretty graphics, but just the same gameplay as the Wii U. Just like that horrible zombie, which used to be Zombie U, which just sucked on everything. So I'm not surprised seeing Nintendo product. I mean, I'm not surprised seeing a sudden jump in Nintendo's products and third-party development, as well as PS4. Of course, they're giving jobs to everybody who's losing their jobs. I especially found it funny that these people that they sent out all these who's ready for the beta and beta keys will be sent out, and then finding out that you're fired right when you sent all those emails out. Oh, that is so fucking hilarious. They're even telling they're just telling random people what's going on now. And Microsoft puts Lionhead Studios back on their little Microsoft Studio page. Yeah, that just tells me that Microsoft, there's a lot of internal bickering going on over there. They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. They're just doing random shit now and see what will stick. And I don't think they even care anymore. I think they're just holding on to the Xbox because, well, the fans just won't let the Xbox die. And Microsoft just wants it to die. Because as you know, the fans are just going bad shit crazy. Review Tech USA, once he finally figured out that what he loved about Microsoft is basically now gutting the Xbox One and gonna probably kill it. He is starting to bitch and complain about what Microsoft is doing, saying that they're gutting their fucking console. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there who literally think if Microsoft suddenly just goes away, the entire console business will just die. And that's just not true. It won't. It's just hilarious, this whole mess. And the people out there are just staggering, trying to keep the Xbox on because they think that the entire console market will just go away if the Xbox is no more. Yeah, like I said in my previous video, that's what Nintendo did when they were making their Nintendo Entertainment System or Atari. Yeah, we'll make these gaming consoles, but as soon as Microsoft comes in and then leaves, that's it for the console business. No, that's not what they said back then. And and it doesn't matter. I mean, if Nintendo was to suddenly dropped out, or Sony was able to drop out, Microsoft, which does look like it's dropping out, either one of these companies dropped out, life would still go on. Console business would just flat out die. And maybe if all three of them went out all at once, but that's clearly not happening. Sony won. End of story. And Xbox, Microsoft may be leaving the console business. And yes, they got Lionheart back up there. I mean, Lionhead Studios back up there, but it's Microsoft not knowing what to do. All they know is they got a bunch of people yelling at them, and when they try to close Xbox, people yell at them. When they try to get rid of a bunch of studios that are just wasting money, they end up putting it back up there just to keep not just to keep this insane fanboys happy because they won't shut the fuck up. And they're getting even more bigger fanboys up there, all going batshit crazy and ripping their hair out of their heads, screaming, "Oh God, our lives are over! Oh God, Xbox is dead! The entire console market is dead!" Microsoft needs to pick on what it's going to do and go straight for it. Look, I know that Microsoft, before Rise of the Tomb Raider and Halo 5 came out, that they were talking about going PC Central and whole cross-buy thing, but they never really fully implemented it. Not until after the sales reports of Rise and Halo came out. And just to let you know, Rise completely bombed on Xbox One. The PC is outselling it, and there's even possibility that the PS4 version is going to kill both of those in sales. And of course, Halo 5 was the lowest selling of all the Halo. Yes, it was successful, but it sold less than any of the Halos. It did not do very good as all the compared to all the other Halos. But it made past a million. Yep, still failed. Still did not beat the other previous versions. And of course, PlayStation 4 won last month. That's just obvious now. To you guys that are who think that you're saving the console market by saving Xbox One, stop it. Just stop it. You're being stupid. The best thing, I mean, right now, Nintendo has more exclusives than fucking Xbox One does have right now. Xbox only has two major exclusives: Scalebound, and of course, next Gears. That's it. That's all it's got. And if Halo, Scale, and Gears all go to PC, Microsoft will have the first console to have zero exclusives for an entire fucking year. It'll have nothing but just console exclusives. That's it. Well, Xbox, it was nice knowing you. Go home.